Today we're going to set up a new Fitbit Charge 6. I got this Fitbit mainly so I could track my daily steps, but I'm also going to use it to track a few metrics including heart rate and sleep patterns. Let's go ahead and open it up. We have a quick start guide which tells you to download the app, charge the Fitbit, and then sync it up. So here's the actual Fitbit. We'll have to remove the sticker shortly. But let's go ahead and find the charging cable so we can start charging it right away. So here's the cable, and along with the package, we also have a spare wristband, which is pretty convenient. Now let's go ahead and remove the label from the Fitbit so we can start charging it. The Fitbit wristband is made of a smooth rubbery material that's quite flexible, and around back is where you would attach the charging cable head. Make sure you line up the pins correctly. And once you place the charging head to the back of the watch, you'll notice that it is magnetized. So out of the box, it's only charged 33%, so we'll leave it to charge fully. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and install the app to my mobile. Although I'm installing it to my Android devices, the app is also compatible with iOS 15 and higher. And once the Fitbit app is installed, we're going to open the app so we can set it up and sync it to the Fitbit. If you already have a Fitbit account, you can sign in by entering your Fitbit account's email address and corresponding password. Alternatively, you can sign in with Google. If you're new and you don't have a Fitbit account, you can choose Continue as a new user. It will take you through the Fitbit privacy policy, which you will need to read, give consent to Fitbit to set up your account, and agree to the Google Terms of Services as well as the Fitbit Terms of Services. And then you can accept to continue. Next, you'll be prompted to provide some basic profile information. Once that's entered, you can continue through the screens. It will take you through and notification preferences, and then you can add more devices to be able to connect to your Fitbit if you want. For each device that you want to connect to the Fitbit, you'll need to grant Bluetooth permissions so the device and your Fitbit can pair. And as it detects your Fitbit, it will then ask if you want to connect your Fitbit to the app. Once you click I agree, it will remind you to charge your Fitbit. In the meantime, your Fitbit will also be updating as shown here. To continue on your device and ensure it will sync properly with your Fitbit, you'll also be prompted to enable location services. To do that, you'll need to go into your device's settings to grant permissions to turn on location services, which will be required to sync the device to the Fitbit. Once all the permissions required have been granted, the app on your device will start searching for your Fitbit. And then back to the Fitbit, there will be a 4-digit code displayed on the screen. You'll need to enter the code into the app. So I'll overwrite whatever is on the screen by inputting the one that I see on my Fitbit. Once that's done, there's an option to set up irregular rhythm notifications. If you don't want this, you can skip it. For me, I'm going to proceed and it will ask a couple of questions to determine my eligibility for this feature. And now it will take me through a few basic instructions on how to navigate the Fitbit, including how to display the clock, swiping to see the next screen, how to zoom in, as well as tips on how to take care of your Fitbit.